What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of the Road to Glory. I was just sitting here building some upgrade packs for tomorrow's video. I was going to do 1080 plus upgrade packs. I want to just show you. Let me go to this screen so you can see, right? I'm going to use the rollback feature on my Elgato, right? You can see here, I was looking about, should I play Rivals? I can't be bothered to play Rivals. I'm going to have Bronze 1 Champs rewards and Silver 4 Rivals rewards, right? So I was like, okay, because I'm not playing Rivals, I actually just built a draft. So I'm going to play through I was doing some bronze packs on the SBC account. I was going to play some draft. So I went and built a draft because I'm going to stack some packs for today's video as well. Maybe play 2 or 3 drafts for some packs because I haven't got rewards. Then I was like, do you know what? Let me build 1081 plus packs. So I went through them. I started building them. I thought, you know what? Let me use just all my rares. Let me just go through. You can see there I built one. Then I built a second one using Premier League and some Championship rares. Eventually went and built a third one. We're in the French League now. And as I built the third one, as I completed it, I completely accidentally pressed open. I clicked submit, and it's like I'm clicking A to skip, A to skip, A to skip. And you know what this game can be like. And we end up hitting Riyad Mahrez. And so how about that? That is unbelievable. I can't believe, like, I opened it on accident and we've got ourselves our first shapeshifter of this promo. So that's pretty good. I think he's worth a decent amount as well, isn't he? He actually fits into my team as well and like what I've got going on. He's a 300k player. 5-star, 4-star, which is great. He's got high-low work rates on this card, which is great. His agility and balance is great. His stamina is great. His reactions are a little low, but the rest of this card is just absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to take him, of course. And then there's the other two that I had built. Let's see what we get out of those. Of course, an 84 rated is not absolutely terrible, to be fair. And then that's that. So I am going to go and build some more, 7 more, I suppose. And then I'm going to put Mahrez into a team, and I am going to go and play some Rivals. Just to have some games with him, just to play with him since we've got him. I can link him to De Bruyne now with that strong link and Bernardo Silva. And there's still lots to talk about on this account and with this series. But that's pretty obvious because a duplicate untradeable. But yeah, there you go, guys. So I will be right back. All right, guys, I am back. Well, obviously you know I'm back, but I'm back with the 7 that I was going to build on top of the 3 that I already opened to complete the 10. And then we're going to go and build a squad and put Riyad Mahrez in it. And hey, he's no longer in inform. The more 84, 85s and such as we can get, the better. Because I wouldn't mind building Leroy Sané and NepentheZ, right? So we'll take Rudiger for Premier League, League SBC. 5 more to go. Of course, we're already well ahead. Oh, Joshua Kimmich, very nice. A little 86 walkout there. Yeah, we're already ahead anyway, you know, like picking up that Riyad Mahrez. 10 of these, they're worth about, what, like 8, 9k each. So we've already banked no matter what happens in these last 3. Obviously, it would be sick to get like another sick card. But at the same time, it doesn't matter. We are all good. Pacheco there can go up to the trade pile. And then the last player pick upgrade for us. Oh, God. Well, yeah, there you go. I mean, hey, it is what it is. We got that Riyad Mahrez. So let's go and have a look at what we could do with a squad, essentially. And what, like, I'm so lost with what I want to do with this game even now. You know what I mean? Like, I really am. So we'll just call it Rivals. That's it. We'll call it Rivals. I might build into having. I might have Di Maria available as well. Just because there's no point me going against the grain for things that I need to and want to do with regards to objectives, right? So let's pop Riyad Mahrez in there. Let's pop Kevin De Bruyne in there. Let's go to a 4-5-1. That's going to be the best formation for me. Let's pop Bernardo Silva in there. We'll pop a look. I mean, this Man City setup. You know, a card that I love is Scream Aguero. I should probably go and get him, shouldn't I? And pop him into this squad. Let's pop David Luiz there and N'Golo Kante there. Let me go and get here, as I say, Angel, the old Angel Di Maria, and then in at left back, do I have Bernat? I do have Bernat. Remember, did we pack him? So that's a strong link there. And then I can just use Premier League outside of that. Oh, I even have Idrissa Gueye. Forgot about him. I purchased him. And then we can use Van der Sar in goal. Now, Idrissa Gueye doesn't get full chem. Neither does David Luiz. Let's pop Zamperotta in as well. Yeah. That doesn't work for me. I would rather take... I mean, I could put Tierney in there. That would give me good chemistry. I don't really have fullbacks. Since I sold Trent, I'll tell you what I can do, though. I can put Robbo in here, can't I? Well, I could put Shah in, but again, we don't get links. The only other thing we can do is get rid of Bernat, pop in Robertson here, which doesn't get us full. Pop in Tierney here, sorry, which kind of negates the use of Robertson for me as well, right? So we could put Tierney in there, and that's full chem. Di Maria is the only one that doesn't link, and I can't particularly link Mbappe to him unless I use position modifiers on the other guys, and I don't really want to do that. Where is my Mbappe? Did I put him on the bench already? Oh, he's a centre forward. There we go. So Mbappe works for chemistry. Di Maria gets full chemistry. I would just need to convert one of these guys, and I probably should, if I'm going to convert anyone, convert Mahrez, because De Bruyne is the one that fits in my team as the cam, and I'd have to go and buy a cam to centre mid, which I might do, because all we need for the for some of the I was almost not going to do it, but all we need for Kuna is score a low driven goal using Liga NOS players, assist with a through ball and 3 rivals wins, which we don't need anything for, and then score in a win with an Argentinian. Now, I know having only Di Maria kind of limits what I can do with that. So what we'll do is we'll find some more of our Argentinians. I've got a couple days still to do this. So Correa works. Martinez works. Acosta could be quite useful. And Acuna himself. See, this is the card why I don't really need the other card, because it's just a position change ultimately for me. And then I also need some Liga NOS players to bring on, just in case I can get some Liga NOS setup done. You know, obviously, I'm gonna basically the gameplay you're gonna see today is gonna be me. Oh, we could take Corona and Balassi. That's not bad. And Battaglia, an Argentinian Liga NOS player. Yeah, what you're going to see from me today, essentially, is if I go 1-0 down in a game, I'm probably just going to quit out. I'm going to tank my my ratings to get these players just a bit more passively, a bit more loosely. I am going to convert Riyad Mahrez to a centre forward. I'm going to sort out my tactics so that this team setup is nice. But yeah, we're like I've got some draft gameplay and packs for you guys anyway. 1 or 2 drafts that I played earlier on today. And then we're going to play some games and test out this Riyad Mahrez. We'll play 4-2-3-1 or something like that, maybe 4-2-2. Kante and De Bruyne in at CDM, and the rest of this setup as they are really. I might actually play Di Maria at striker, Mbappe and Mahrez as my outside cams, and Bernardo Silva as my inside cam, and then sub on some of the boys on the bench, and we'll go from there. So there you go, guys. I will be right back. Alright guys, as we go into some gameplay for today's video, some of this is draft gameplay, and then a lot of it at the end is Rivals gameplay with me trying to work towards Acuna. To give you guys an update at this point where I am with Acuna, I have won 5 of the 10 games while scoring with an Argentinian player, and I have, what else have I done? I have done everything else for him, so I only need those 5 out of 10 wins. I do think that I'm going to completely ignore Zaniolo. The objectives just seem super aggressive. I know there's still 2 weeks to do him as well, and I might start working towards him if I've got nothing else left. But I don't think I'm going to. And then in terms of the milestone objectives, outside of the player stuff, we only need 9 more wins in Champs to get the Golden Goat in the Ultimate Pack. We need 50 more wins in Rivals and 91 more wins in Squad Battles to finish all of that off. It seems like, based on a loading screen that EA have just released today, you guys can go and check it out now, that Team 2 is going to be very, very good for shapeshifters. There is a 95 rated right wing that used to be a striker, and a lot of people are kind of theorizing that that might be Cristiano Ronaldo. I would be happy if it was Cristiano Ronaldo, especially not because it would be a right wing, although that would be super nice because I could strong link him to Danilo as a prime example, but because we could potentially get him with 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, which would be absolutely amazing. There's also an 88 rated centre mid that used to be a right back. People are assuming that that's going to be Trent, but it could be a couple other players here or there. And that looks to be a good card as well, with 86 dribbling, 91 passing. So I'm going to be selling my Team of the Year cards today, and we're going to talk about that in a second as well. But I'm going to be selling them today because every time a promo comes and then comes and then comes, the cards are just catching up to the Team of the Year so quickly that the Team of the Year cards are becoming relatively obsolete, other than the high tier, Mbappe's, Ronaldo's, Messi's, and such. And then the last one is a 92 rated centre back that used to be a CDM. There's no stats on that, so some people are thinking Kante, which is the logical choice, but it could be Matuidi, and it could be Doucouré. I don't think it will be, but I think it could be Matuidi. But would EA give 2 Juventus players if one of those players is Ronaldo? I don't know if they would. So there's Shapeshifters Team 2 is looking to be good, so I want to get, at the very least, my Foot Champs Ultimate Pack for Shapeshifters Team 2. And I'm not saying 50 wins in Rivals would be easy, but it would be easier if I relegated myself a whole bunch before coming back up through with some comfortable wins. Rob Moyer says, I don't know how many packs I've opened during the game cycle through rewards, upgrade packs, and League SBC method, but I've not packed Wan-Bissaka or Ferland Mendy this year yet. The algorithm must be a thing. And so that's just going back to a couple of episodes ago, or a couple of days ago, when we was talking about how I believe an algorithm decides how players are packed, how often they're packed, how they come out, like the amount of times. And what stemmed for me to talk about this was actually, it was to do with the Irish League players. There was a few SBCs in a short space of time where Irish League players were necessary, bronze, silvers, and golds, and they all went up to like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 coins. Every time you packed one, you knew you was banking, right? And typically when I open bronze packs, they just come out loads. When we do bronze upgrade packs, when we go from bronze to silvers, there is always the Irish League that fills up flooded first, along with a few others. So I was always, Irish League is banging. So when it came to the point where they were so valuable in bronze packs, I would go 15, 20, 30 packs without packing a single Irish League player. And that's where Dunans and Dragons from EA told me that, he can see how I can think that as an individual, but on the whole, the weights haven't changed and it's just statistics. And I get it, right? Probabilities, right? I understand that there is a possibility that I will go 10,000 packs without packing an Irish League player. As an individual, that doesn't mean that none have been packed in the global economy of the game. I get it. But it's just weird how, trends and patterns emerge as cards are or are needed, or aren't needed, sorry. And some of it could be like confirmation bias, absolutely. But definitely, with regards to Wan-Bissaka and Ferland Mendy, now I've packed Wan-Bissaka a few times this year. I don't recall packing Ferland Mendy more than once, quite a way back in the game cycle when he was still worth like 30, 35,000 coins. I think that's the only time I packed him. So yeah, those two are quite weird cards. And there's a few like cards like that out there as well. Roger's Army says, I really wish that FIFA YouTubers, game changers, and the FIFA community in general will look at the dictionary and see the definition of meta. And do you know what? Let's actually. So I pulled this comment just because the dictionary isn't always the necessary definition of something, right? You've heard of the Urban Dictionary, right? So in terms of the Urban Dictionary, in terms of the Urban Dictionary, I can tell you what the word meta means. In terms of the dictionary in general, it says referring to itself or in the conversations of its genre, self-referential. That is literally it. So absolutely, that's not what it means. Where the term meta came from in gaming, at least in today's world, I don't know if this is its origins or not, but it stands for, it's actually an acronym for the most effective tactic available, META, the meta. And so it came from when I used to play a lot of League of Legends, and they would talk about the meta and what the meta champions were, for example. And so when we talk about a meta player, even in the context of it being the most effective tactic available, it doesn't make sense, right? You're calling it a meta player, so you're calling it the most effective tactic available player. That doesn't make sense. But the word itself has just been driven into this meaning of like the best possible, the overpowered, the most useful, and everyone just coined it as meta. I don't think that's something to I don't think that's something we need a dictionary for. I don't think that's something really to pick on or pick up on. I think people just as a generalization understand when somebody says, oh, this player's a meta player, or that's a meta skill move, or that's a meta formation. What you know they really mean is overpowered, or in terms of game mechanics, quite broken. You know, like this year, the Elastico is quite broken. The drag back is broken. The ball roll is broken. So when somebody would say to me, what are the meta skill moves? Those are the ones that I would say, due to the fact that those are the ones that are broken. So I think we can all agree that that's what that means, at least in the context that FIFA content creators use it. Oni says, maybe save half the draft rewards for team of the season. I mean, when you get 2 premium gold packs, open one and put one aside. So this comment was interesting for me because it made me think about why I started and other content creators started saving packs, but it made me mostly think about why I started saving packs, right? And I remember back in, I want to say FIFA 16, but it might have been FIFA 17 team of the season. And I was watching Inception at the time stream, and he had loads of packs saved for then, right? It was about like 35 or 40 packs that he'd save up from draft. Inception obviously is an exceptional player. I don't know, he doesn't really play FIFA competitively, I don't believe. Don't like correct me if I'm wrong. But as good as a player he is, I think in many similarities to myself, he just doesn't enjoy the game at that high level. He's far more skilled than me, that's for sure. And he's somebody that says, do you know what? I don't like it. I'm not going to play it. And you got to respect that, right? Especially due to the fact that he can have a career in this industry with viewers and with like ad revenue and video content and stuff. Like he can make a good living off of this industry because of how good he is and the fact that he already has an audience and a platform to build from. He basically back then had like loads of packs saved, and it was back in those days where at 6 p.m. when the new team of the season got put into packs, the old team of the season was still in packs for a few minutes, right? So he opened loads of packs at bang on 6 p.m. in between the Premier League team of the season and the Bundesliga team of the season, and he ended up hitting like a whole bunch of both team of the season cards. And from that point onwards, I always thought, man, I would love to have loads of packs saved up, loads of stuff just stacked in the club, and to be able to open when there's a value, when there's a reason to open those packs. What happened over the next few years is a lot of people did start saving packs. It initially began with promo packs when EA would release, you know, 80 plus upgrade packs or player pick packs, or I remember doing promos back in the first ever Scream promo that was big 2 or 3 years ago. One of my biggest ever videos on my main channel is me opening 100 2-player packs until I hit a Scream card. And it just went massive. It's got like 700,000 or 800,000 views. And that was just the 2-player upgrade packs. Since then, EA have introduced far more. And so people now, you know, we see Castro and he'll open 20 mid-icon packs, or he'll open 100 team of the week packs, or 200 team of the week packs. And it got to this point where it was so sensationalized that anything less than absolutely incredible content out of the packs became irrelevant as far as a pack opening went. So, you know, we went through this world where just hitting a promo card was great. Now it's like, if you don't hit like one of the best 3 or 4 promo cards from your packs that you've saved, it's considered a bust. And that's largely due to the amount of promos that EA have released, but also due to the amount of pack openings that are now on YouTube. And again, a lot of it comes from people opening other people's packs. Foot Champs rewards used to be absolutely huge. Then everyone started opening top 100 Foot Champs rewards, myself included, on their channels, and all of a sudden Foot Champs rewards lost the allure. And now it's like, again, if you don't get like the top 1 or 2 players from the red player picks, nobody even particularly cares about Foot Champs rewards. So it kind of changes dynamics. So in terms of saving packs now, you know, I think of Project Team of the Season from last year and Project Team of the Year from last year. Project Team of the Year last year was massive. This year was quite big as well. And I think, man, I should start saving packs now. I could easily have like 400 or 500 packs. I can get loads of 50Ks and mega packs, 25Ks from the draft. I can start saving all of my SBC packs and so on and so forth. But when it comes down to it, EA have made it so easy these years, specifically this year, so easy to generate a high level of packs in a short amount of time, because of repeatable league SBCs, because of the sheer volume of SBCs in general that they're putting out, and then also because of the volume of season objectives and milestones that are there. Now, you guys know I personally and particularly think that area of the game is undertouched. I think they don't do nearly enough in that area of the game, as you guys know. But with what is there, you're constantly getting Electrum player packs, a 2-player upgrade pack, a 1 rare player pack, a 7.5k pack, or, you know, right now you've got the UCL content that's there, and you get a prime goal players pack. You get marquee matchups every week, UEFA Champions League marquee matchups. Like, even if you're not even if you're not grinding hard in this game, you can quite comfortably put away 20, 30 or 40 packs a week just by naturally playing and accidentally picking up packs, even if you don't take into consideration, you know, SBCs, league SBCs, and that sort of stuff. So I don't think saving packs is necessarily the way forwards. I think having the account prepared to be able to create as many packs as quick as possible is probably the way forwards, because as you guys know, with the amount of big things that we packed this year, like, if your luck's in, your luck's in. I don't think there's, like, you might save an ultimate pack that you get from 300 champs wins this week, and, you know, in a world where you opened it today, you might pack Prime Moments Ronaldo, or Prime Moments Hullet, or Prime Moments Desai, or Shapeshifter Messi. And you're thinking to yourself, let me save this for Team of the Season, see if I can hit a big Team of the Season card. And then you open it during Team of the Season and you hit an 83 rated. And it's like, if you knew what was in it when you didn't open it and it was going to be a big thing, you would have opened it, right? So basically, it comes down to the fact still for me personally, where I would say I will open the packs as I get them, other than I don't mind stacking packs for a day or two to have a big amount of packs to open for a particular promo. I don't even mind waiting, you know, like probably the week or two before Team of the Season. I'll probably sit there and save loads of packs because we're getting so close to Team of the Season. But in general, I think opening your packs as and when is far, far more valuable and will help you more in the long run than it will waiting for one promo and trying to strike it lucky. Ollie says, how did you go from 40k to 1.2 mil? Just wondering, love the series. So I didn't show it in the video. I completely forgot to record it. But I sold Team of the Year Trent. And there was another comment about the Team of the Years from Ben. He says, hi Nep, thanks for the videos, honest and engaging as always. Just a thought, being as your Team of the Year players are rarely used now that you are doing these unique squads for FUT Champs, why not sell them and bank or invest the coins so you can buy whoever you want once we get to Team of the Season and the inevitable market crash? Granted that Team of the Year prime moment players won't crash and will remain unattainable, but you'll be able to buy whoever you want outside of those players. And yeah, you are right. So I know I was planning on doing that in general. I think Mbappe is a bit of a weird one for me. I don't know if I'll be able to let go of him, even though I could just go and buy any other version of him. There's so many versions of someone like Mbappe, you know, and some of them are considerably cheaper. And I think it's fair to say, for me, that Mbappe's Team of the Year card has been genuinely underwhelming. I just don't get out of him what I think I should get out of a Team of the Year, to the point where if I did just take his 93 striker that's, you know, half the price, or his 92 striker that's even, you know, like 40% or 35% of this price, or even his 91 or 90 rated cards that are like relatively cheap, I think I'd probably get about the same output, right? I think once you look at a player like Mbappe, you recognize that. But there's also something to having a 98 Team of the Year. Now, I know I'll have Kevin De Bruyne anyway, but I could sell Mbappe right now. The lowest bin on PlayStation, there's one at 5.25 million. And then the next lowest bin is 5.4 million. Now, I paid about 5.3 million for my Mbappe. I would only really want to sell him if I was losing minimal coins or making a small profit. So I'm kind of like waiting, holding, watching how the prices change. But obviously, if I wait too long and the price goes way down, I could end up missing out on 500,000, 750,000, or even 1 million coins, you know, if he crashes completely. And he's generally stayed relatively steady as far as the price goes. And then I sold Trent and made a little bit of a profit on him. Robertson, I definitely don't need anymore since I bought Kieran, or since we crafted Kieran Tierney. But in the same vein, you know, like I bought him at like 830. He's currently 880. Or maybe I bought him at 880 and he's currently 880. So I'd have to take like a, you know, a tax loss on that of like 45k or whatever. So it's just about when I actually say to myself, okay, I'm willing to accept this loss on this player. And then the last player for me is Kante. And I think I want to sell Kante ASAP, and probably a lot of people do as well, due to the fact that there's a potential new Kante coming in Shapeshifters. Okay, it's a position change, so it won't make too much of a difference. But Kante is a top-end player, like an absolutely high-end player. He's noticeable on the field of how good he is. But I bought him for 2.3 and he's 2.7 right now. So yeah, I could absolutely sell Mbappe, sell Kante, sell Robbo, put in the bank loads of coins and just enjoy FIFA. We'll see how it goes. But that's us where we're at right now, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.